Well, as the economic freedom fighters prepare to embark on a national shutdown tomorrow, police say that they are on high alert to avoid a repeat of the July 2021 riots. In total, an estimated 40,000 businesses and 50,000 informal traders were affected. Small businesses in the townships were habitually faced with a loss of profits during load shedding. To discuss the Township Economy Council's position on the national shutdown, we're joined by the Council's President, Bheki Twala. Bheki, thank you so much for your time and thank you for joining us this morning. I think, when we think back on the July unrest and we look at how, the township economies of so many localities were adversely affected, you must be feeling some concern, at least, for tomorrow.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. Thank you for having us. The township businesses are facing a serious challenge. For example, as we just mentioned, from the July, the COVID, the floods, now with all strikes that are happening, the township economy, it's not spared, but yeah, it's a big challenge. And also, what is also very not clear, it's the communication that is happening. Businesses are really confused what to do tomorrow because now the security council say it's business as normal. They shut down, and it's a big challenge. What is challenging for us is the message. What is the message? What happens tomorrow?
Indeed. When we think about township economies, a lot of them run on the engine of investment, right? Investors have to plow into these localities in order for economic activity to grow, to mature, right? And what we saw coming out of July 2021 was that business confidence, investor confidence fell. That affected township economies quite heavily. Are you at all better prepared, would you say, this time round, if such an eventuality happens?
Yeah, no, it's not clear, to be honest with you, because when you talk about the July, when we talk about, the cushion that, government was supposed to give back to the people and to the businesses. We never saw that. And also the issue of the investment in the township economy, we haven't seen that. It's a big challenge. We're happy now, Gauteng has got what we call the Township Economic Development Act, which also has the Township, Economic Development, Fund. We're just hoping that it will be implemented. But to tell you the honest truth, there's no investment in the township businesses and the township economy. The businesses in the township, they're on their own. Because, for example, that when we look at all the businesses that were looted during the riots, even today, they never received any assistance from the government and also from the insurance. That's where the problem is. Businesses in the township, they're on their own. They are facing with a lot of challenges, the challenges of crime, the challenges of looting, but we're not seeing any assistance from the government and the private sector.
Yeah, talk to us a little bit about that feeling of being left out, on your own to figure out how to stimulate economic growth in your localities by yourselves. I mean, what is the problem? All right, we've made some inroads in Gauteng with the Township Economy Development Plan, but what are businesses on the ground saying are persistent challenges that they are facing when it comes to stimulating enough, economic activity for growth? I know that load shedding, for instance, is a huge blow on a lot of businesses in our township economies. Many struggling entrepreneurs, start-up business owners have had to let people go because of the relentless nature of these rolling blackouts. They are simply not affording the overhead costs, which have been compounded by diesel costs that major, retail suppliers like Pick and Pay and Checkers are saying, we're paying astronomical figures just to keep up with load shedding. So I can't imagine the kind of impact that's had on businesses in townships.
Yeah, no, you're spot on. For example, is that, one of the shops, these guys are spending, almost 1,000 rand per day on petrol to generate electricity, to pick up their fridges and all that. Can you imagine if a business, SME may spend, 1,000 rand a day, meaning they spend close to about, 30,000 a month. Now, it's not working for the businesses in the township. It's very critical for one, the businesses in the township, they need to organize. What we are pushing as the Township Economy Commission, is to make sure that businesses, they organize. We've got the organized business formations so that we have the voice for the businesses in the township. We're happy, we are making an inroads in that, but at the same time, as always saying, as Township Economy Commission, we are creating platforms, for businesses, to be able to come together and come up with solutions in terms of, their funding. How do we really assist the businesses in the township to be, to be able to run their businesses? As I said earlier on, there's a serious challenge in the township businesses. Now, obviously, having matches like this, having the load shedding, it's a big blow to the businesses in the township. But I'm happy we are now organizing ourselves. Tila just gave us an opportunity to organize ourselves. We are pushing, although it's not easy, it's difficult, but yes, we have to be strong on the ground.
All right, Bheki, you've noted for us the concerns that you have as the Township Economy Council with regards to this planned national shutdown. But I have to ask you, a lot of the issues that you've just raised for our viewers are in fact in alignment with the issues that form part of the focal points of the EFF's march tomorrow. They are marching against the load shedding crisis. They're marching against the sort of impotent governance of the Cyril Ramaphosa administration. They're marching against the high unemployment rate, the lack of investment being plowed back into township economies. There's an alignment there, there's synergy. Why aren't you in support of the march?
No. We are not saying we're not in support of the march. Obviously, EFF has got the right to put together the march, but let's be honest. Here's politicians and political parties, their main interest is about power. All of them. Our interest as businesses is about economic growth and economic development. At the end of the day is we were not even, brought on board. People never sat down with us and planned this thing with us. We were not invited, and the businesses in the township. Personally, from the Township Economy Commission, we never received any invitation to participate in the march. But obviously, at the end of the day, as businesses, our interest is not about, participating in marches. It's about our businesses and our economy. That's basically that's who we are as the businesses.
Well, what's your message to business owners who are perhaps feeling some anxiety and aren't quite sure how to proceed tomorrow? We heard from the Informal Traders Association that for them it's business as usual. They plan to be out and about tomorrow, running their respective enterprises. As the Township Economy Council, are you supporting that, or are you perhaps wanting to issue more of a cautionary tale?
Yeah, no, we are just saying to our businesses in the township and economies in the township to say let them be cautious, because the problem is that if anything happens in your shop and then it gets looted, the process to go to SAPS, opening up cases, it's the chaos. But I'll just say to people, let them be cautious, let them see what is happening tomorrow, and then I would really advise for people not to take risks. But people, when they see that, things are running smooth, because what we are saying, people have got the right to march, but let them do that peacefully. Let them not interfere with other people's activities. For example, that businesses can't afford to lose a day of trade because of, because of what is going to be happening tomorrow. We're saying, yes, EFF can have a march, but let them do it peacefully.
All right, Bheki, we'll leave it there for now. Thank you so much for your time. That was Bheki Twala joining us there via telephone link from the Township Economy Council of South Africa, just detailing for us what their position is with regards to the EFF's national shutdown tomorrow.